Slinkies, welcome back. Coach Tommy here with Dr. Landon. Today we're working on his hamstrings again. So we're gonna do some eccentric loading with his hamstrings with some eccentric leg curls. Let me show you guys how we have it set up. So for most of you guys are gonna be in an anterior pelvic tilt. You're gonna have shortened quads and lengthened hamstrings. The problem that a lot of people face is that they think the tightness in their hamstrings is because it's shortened. And so they try to stretch, they try to lean over, do a 90-90 stretch, but you're lengthening something that's already lengthened. So what you want to do to alleviate that anterior pelvic tilt is to actually lengthen your hamstring through loading. So eccentric loading. So let's take a look at how I have Dr. Landon rigged up and the reps and sets he's going to work through. All right, so I just have him seated on a chair. I have him with some ankle straps and just some simple resistance bands. I have it anchored to our weight stack, and look at the angle of pull, okay, that it's coming down. So you want something where it's pulling down. The lever is around the knee. So he's gonna go and he's gonna pull back. He's gonna use his hands to put his foot back. So grab your hand. So don't worry about the concentric part, the pulling part, the leg curl part. And then he's just gonna slowly, as best he can, he's gonna release that tension with as much control as he can. The first few sets or the first few reps, he was already struggling. His leg is shaking because he doesn't know how to relax his hamstring or let it handle the load. So you can see his calf is kind of going crazy there. Yeah. There you go, that looks good. And then,
it's going crazy, dude.
So try to relax your foot a little bit. There you go. So he's trying to, so the problem with a lengthened hamstring, it's gonna be a shortened quad, and then it's gonna be tight glutes and tight calves. So his calf is trying to pull instead of his hamstring. That's pretty normal. So if you see your calf bulging out or popping out, that's a common kind of problem. There you go. There you go. And so you're gonna wanna concentrically pull it back with your hand. Use the other foot. If you're at a gym, you can use the leg curl machine, and you're gonna go 5 seconds out on the release. And so with the resistance band, it's a little bit easier because the tension gets lighter as you go away. So this is really good for eccentric loading when you're beginning. With a normal weight stack or a pulley or a machine, the force will be evenly distributed through the whole thing. So that's a progression from here. So start with 3 sets of 20 on each leg. Go nice and slow, 5 seconds per rep. Okay, and then just control that release as you go. You can support your leg there so you don't have to hold your hip flexor. Put your hands underneath your thighs. So if you have a setup like this, you want to have your whole leg supported, so we're just pivoting around the knee. There you go. Yeah, and then pull that back with your hands. Yep. Perfect. All right, let's get one more going. So concentrically, use 2 legs, and then slowly release 5. Oh, start again. You got to get that full range. Get as far back, bend your knee as far back as possible. There you go. That's the hardest range. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. If you guys are experiencing shaking or kind of not a fluid movement as you're going through, that's completely normal. Your muscles are fighting back, not letting you want to do the normal range. It's not used to that, especially if you have tight hamstrings. It's not going to want to load. It's going to want to load with the glutes and the quads instead. So give it a shot. Eccentric loading with leg curls with resistance bands. Dr. Landon's on his way, man.